Hey YouTube, Diesel Dan Peters here. So I just wanted to make a quick video on the John Deere tractor I built. It still needs a lot more work. Unfortunately, I don't even know if I showed it in the video, but because this was a tapered shaft, I actually grinded about at least a 1/16 off, I think, maybe a little more, of the shaft so I could fit an adapter over it to make it a keyed shaft. And I didn't do that correctly, so I'm eventually going to have to take out the entire crankshaft and just replace it with one that has a key. So as I was saying, the only thing I have to do basically, if I want to drive it somewhere without the blades engaged automatically, is take the belt off. The problem is the fact that this shaft is free, right? But because the shaft, when I grinded it down, I guess I didn't do it even enough. This entire belt system kind of wobbles just a hair, and it's enough for the brake not to engage, unfortunately. So, like I said, that'll be coming up in the near future. I'm going to end up taking all this back off, which is good because I want to be able to retouch a lot of the places that I didn't do. What am I trying to go with that? Basically, I want to paint over all the places where it's just bare metal. I figured for now it should be fine. I'm definitely going to have this done sometime next year. But yeah, everything's all hooked up. The only thing I'm waiting on is the big shaft that goes so that I'm able to lift the snowblower deck. And otherwise, everything is functional. I even got the key to work. Key is kind of rigged up right now, so I put a brand new battery. I didn't even put anything for the battery to be held on by. Literally everything is just kind of all over the place, which is why I haven't really made a video on this recently. I also want to buy a new key wire harness so that I'm able to use the glow plug. Unfortunately, I don't really have a way to set up a solenoid on-off switch because of how short the line is down there. And it would also hit the gas tank, well, fuel tank, whatever you want to consider it. So that's the only problem I was running in with that. Otherwise, it's pretty much there. When I go back and start to fix some of the stuff, that might change if I actually put on 186F, which is what this motor is, the Yanmar clone, the correct mounts for this gas tank, because I used the ones from the Yanmar L70 that I had lying around. So that might change it a little bit. We'll see. Who knows, maybe that'll make an actual big difference. And then I'll be able to fit the proper mounts. But otherwise, the off switch is just bringing it all the way down. That's how you kill it, and that's it. Now this does have to be adjusted a little bit. It goes too far up. I don't know how to really bad with words right now. Basically, full throttle is. It's just that's the word I'm looking for. The governor is set too high. Wow, that was pretty bad. And also, when I go back to redo a lot of this, I don't know if you can tell, but the belt is a little loose. So that's one thing I would like to fix. I need to go 1 inch lower. So I started at a 43. That's a 42 actually. I'll probably go down to a 41, and that'll be just enough, perfect for the tension that I need. But I figured for now that should work fine. It was still driving fine and everything, so I'm not really worried about that. But everything is operational. Eventually, when I'm not on night shift, I'll show you guys a video of it running. I can, at the very least, crank it for you guys so you guys can see that it does crank. See? So everything cranks, which is great. The only thing I have to get used to is actually shutting off the key, because like I said, the shut-off solenoid isn't hooked up anymore, or at least at the moment, until I don't even know how I would be able to mock something like that up, unless I mounted the gas tank over here, or there wouldn't be any room for anywhere else. So, you know, I might just leave it the way it is. But if I'm able to somehow just kind of move the gas tank up a little bit, because I know that there's should be, let me see, yeah, there's definitely a little bit of room under there. There's not a whole lot of room though, that's the problem. So for now it works fine though. I don't think it's a big problem or anything like that. I might even just leave it because it doesn't bother me at all. Well, maybe a little bit. It bothers me a little bit. As well as the fact that there's 2 red wires. I needed one that was long enough, and that was the perfect fitting one too. So I'm not complaining though. But yeah, it runs great. Like I said, I have to adjust the governor. I want to replace that crankshaft so that the entire system works well. Because right now the brake isn't really actually braking anything. If anything, I'm just braking the brake. But yeah, everything else works pretty well. I had greased everything pretty recently. It was like within the last month I greased every nut and bolt on here that I could, including the rear. So this thing should be ready for the snow. And yeah, that's my little update on this. Comment, tell me what you guys think of it. I know that was kind of a rushed build, but I sold my mower, I sold my snowblower, I sold pretty much everything that I had that could possibly do anything like this, like, you know, plow a driveway. So I didn't really have a choice. I had to get this thing somewhat operational. And then, like I said, sometime next March or April, right before springtime, or even midway through the winter, if I see that there's a break and I have the crankshaft ready to go, I'll pull it all apart and get it all ready to go. And again, I will make more videos on this, on how I did everything. I mean, I think I made pretty overall detailed videos on it. And this was a pretty cheap build for what, you know, you figure a normal diesel mower goes for anywhere between $1,000 and what, $5,000. I bought the mower and plow, and it's got the deck set up for, I paid, it was like $350 for everything. The motor I got for 90 bucks, no, less than that. I paid $75 for the motor, and it came with the Cat Diesel silent generator housing, which I still have in case I decide to actually make a generator out of that. So overall, I have like maybe, with all the parts I have in this, maybe $500–600 in it, right about there, estimated. And it's the mower I wanted, so I think it's a win-win situation. I would like to put some lights on it, nothing big, just some LEDs or something for the front, like right over here. I'll probably mount it right in the grill, because I do plan on keeping this mower for a very long time. It's exactly what I've been looking for. And yeah, like I said, tell me you guys what you think. Just noticed that the seat's starting to come out from the bottom, but who knows, maybe I'll get a new seat too in the future. That's still good for now though. But yeah, like I said, tell me what you guys think. If you want to see anything specific on this, how I got it running, because even the motor was apart for at least 5 years, and I'm almost 100% positive it was apart longer than that. The head was off of it. I put it together like 2 or 3 times, had no compression, so I had to do my fix that I have in one of my videos, where it's not really a fix, it's like a ring, freeze up the rings inside, and luckily that was able to fix it. The muffler I got really cheap. I got this for like 20 bucks, brand new. The gas tank I got for, it was 15-20 bucks, brand new. And yeah, I replaced little stuff like the air filter, oil filter, everything else. Oh, and the battery. I just got the battery today, and luckily that's a brand new Everstart. It's a Walmart special right here. Yeah. And now that I do have everything hooked up, I probably will put the compression lever back on. And yeah, tell me what you guys think though. Alright, Diesel Dan Peters signing out.